Okay, this is the third time I'm doing this, but I keep forgetting to say everything. Okay, this is for Coach Jay. He was asking me about the A gap runs, how we do it. And remember now, this is the accordion side, and this is the veer side. Okay, I'm not going to talk at all about the veer side. I'm just going to talk about the accordion side. Okay, we are committed to the gaps, the zone gaps. Okay, everyone's committed that way to the right. Okay, I hope it comes out that way. Um, but he's going to step to his gap, make sure that this guy doesn't hit it, and then he's going to dig him. We used to say match, but we realized that if we take that gator step, okay, and then go get this guy with a dig, we'll have him with two hands. This guy is going to step deep, okay. There's no he's remember he's red light, he's green light, okay. He's stepping deep for that spike. Okay, he's going to step deep for that spike. He's going to step deep for the loop. He's going to step deep for the fitter. He's going to step deep for the run through. He's going to step deep. Okay, and he has got that gap. Now we used to, when we saw this picture, some guys would wrong foot this thing. But what happens when you wrong foot it? He hits it, and you're in the backfield. By wrong foot, I mean he would step to the center. Back in the old days, we'd say, okay, you're going to wrong foot this way, you're going to wrong foot this way, and make sure that the end doesn't beat you. But that's not zone. Okay, you can't pick up all the stuff that you have to pick up, and so we live with the zone. Okay, we gator step or we step deep. Okay. Some people call it a brace. I used to call it a brace. I think stepping deep makes more sense to the kids. He's square to air because he's red light. Okay, he's going to dig. Okay, if he digs with the shoulder, gets the shoulder and both hands on this guy, he's probably going to get him to the gap. If we tear him out, it's going to cut this guy off. He's going to have a hard time getting back to anything. Okay, he'll get shut off. Okay, and that linebacker will just back up. Remember, the linebackers are looking at the ball and the back. They don't care about what the guard's doing. They don't give a hoot. And if you're wrong footed, you'll get them. But like I said, that opens up another can of worms. So we go ahead and step deep, and then we rewind and we keep that leg open, the leg to our gap open, and we rewind square and we meet this guy and we chip him. Okay. Now, if the linebacker comes straight ahead, we get off and block him. If the linebacker hangs out or he back gaps, we stay on the nose. Now, you're talking about the center getting off and pushing off and getting to the linebacker. I don't think so. I think if the nose looped, it'd be an easy grab for the guard. And yeah, I would expect the center to put the brakes on because now he's in red light and grab one of these two backers. If this guy loops out, it's probably a middle X and center's got to block somebody, but that's an easy read. Okay, if he doesn't run away from the center, he'll rewind and grab that thing very easily, and the center will pick up with the first of those two backers, and the guard will pick up the next. This guard will pick up the next of the two backers. It's pretty easy. But what we're talking about is a slow back gap or a fast back gap with a fit coming hard. We shut that nose off and turn it into a double team. Okay, we're going to take this guy back. The back can jump cut right in there. Okay, so it's a pretty good thing if the linebacker stays right where he is and we get a punch. Okay, then the back can stay on course, bring that linebacker to that guard or that double team. It's actually that double team, and maybe he can spit it out this way. Okay, but the key is to beat these two guys up, and especially this one, because that's one we're talking about right now. We can tear this guy out. Okay, there's no problem with that. There's no one to exchange with. Okay, but we're going to come back and we're going to chip that thing. It's just the way it is. The center would call an A gap. He would call this even. He wouldn't want to work with that guard. He'd want to work with this guard. Okay, so that kind of alerts everybody to what he's thinking. All right, and he's just gonna at least get a stalemate. This guy will come rewind and chip him and get him on one foot, and they should be able to move him decently. That's been my experience anyway. You know, is there other ways to do it? Yeah, there's a bunch of ways you can scheme it. I mean, you can have him try and get to the linebacker and have him play out. I mean, there's a million different ways. We don't like the center being one on one. So we'd rather get a shoulder on this guy with the guard. And our double teams, I guess it's not really 2-on-1. It's 1.5-on-1 with the other guy eyeballing the backer. Okay, that's the way we do it. I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. But you asked me, so here we go.